Hello and welcome to a new edition of Cairo Local Time. In the coming hour, we'll bring you news and reports on ongoing activities taking place here in Egypt. First, we'll go for a short break and we'll be back, so stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. And President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi meets on Thursday acting governor of the central bank, Hassan Abdullah. At the meeting, President al-Sisi stressed the necessity of developing the monetary policies to cope with global economic changes, and in addition to working on providing various resources of foreign currency. The head of state also underscored during the meeting the necessity of providing the appropriate atmosphere for investments. And upon directives of President Fattah al-Sisi to send aid to Sudan in the framework of Egypt's support and solidarity with the Sudanese people in times of crises, Egypt sent 5 military planes loaded with aid to Sudan. The aid included food, tents, blankets, and medical tools. This comes in the framework to alleviate the burdens on the Sudanese people. This also comes to confirm the depth of the distinguished Egyptian-Sudanese relations. And the Minister of Housing, Asim Al-Ghazar, held a press conference on Thursday following a cabinet meeting in Al Alamein city. Al-Ghazar said that the state is keen on upgrading Al-Warraq Island as it was environmentally damaged. He said that the state is working on providing compensation for the island's residents, including money, houses, and lands. He also said that the state has allocated 61 fadels in Al-Warraq Island for building alternative housing units for its residents, and that the compensation value provided for them has reached £6 billion. He also said that the state has not conducted any evacuations in Al-Warraq area yet, noting that the upgrade process of the islands comes upon the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to eliminate slums. And the Minister of Social Solidarity, Niveen Al-Qabbaj, attended the signing ceremony of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry and Care Egypt Foundation and Care International in Egypt to cooperate for developing local communities. Details follow. Minister of Social Solidarity Niveen Al-Qabbaj attended the signing ceremony of a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) between the Ministry, Care Egypt Foundation and Care International in Egypt to cooperate for developing local communities. The deal builds on a robust and stable partnership in many areas, such as the gradual sustainable economic empowerment of the families most in need, enabling smallholder farmers to cope with climate change impacts, and supporting female breadwinners. Under the deal, the ministry will provide technical support to agreed development projects and programs which will focus on women's empowerment, agriculture and natural resources, educational development, grooming young people for labor markets, building production units, and enhancing the capacities of community development societies. Meanwhile, the foundation will set the standards and rules of implementing these projects along with other relevant activities while continuing to support NGO stakeholders and ensuring sustainability of the project's benefits by combating poverty, achieving social justice, raising people's awareness in targeted communities, and embracing the principles of accountability and commitment. The deal also requires CARE International in Egypt to provide financing opportunities to CARE Egypt Foundation and provide immediate assistance in case of any crises and emergencies. And the Minister of Environment, Yasmin Fouad, announced that 35 projects will be carried out in Sharm el-Sheikh city in September in preparation for the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Climate Change Convention, which will be hosted by the Egyptian Red Sea Resort in November. Details follow. Minister of Environment Yasmin Fouad announced that 35 projects will be carried out in Sharm el-Sheikh city in September in preparation for the 27th session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Framework Climate Change Convention, which will be hosted by the Egyptian Red Sea Resort in November. Fouad said the projects cover the development of the Central Park in accordance with the sustainability criteria, the announcement of a number of hotels as green and sustainable, and the transition to new and renewable energy, in addition to the application of a new system for solid waste management through the private sector. Shifting to the possibility of finalizing the projects in September, the minister added, "This is a big challenge amid a global economic crisis. However, the working team spares no effort to help the country become the giant project after which the world is talking." She said that efforts are focused on turning Sharm el-Sheikh into an eco-friendly, sustainable and integrated tourism city, noting that for the first time a fashion show for fully recycling clothes will be held in Sharm el-Sheikh that are made of eco-friendly materials in a movement to raise the public awareness about the issue. Fouad pointed out that COP27 will be a conference for implementation on the ground by handling issues through IT solutions in different fields. She said the conference will be inclusive as well, in which participants share the same track as far as basic needs of food, water, and energy are concerned. Fouad said that they are dealing with future generation, including youth and women and even children, that they are looking forward to see all in Sharm el-Sheikh climate gathering. In addition, the Egyptian countryside will participate in this important event where local communities in the green zone will represent the country's villages nationwide. And the Ministry of Youth and Sports, led by Minister Ashraf Subhi, is now making preparations for organizing the Youth Forum of the new administrative capital under the auspices of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli in the new sports city in the new administrative capital on August 29. 1,500 young people from the ministry's media personnel, reporters and public figures, as well as local institutions that are work partners with the ministry. Details follow. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, led by Minister Ashraf Subhi, is now making preparations for organizing the Youth Forum of the new administrative capital under the auspices of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli in the new sports city in the NAC on August 29th. The forum will be attended by many as 1,500 young people from the ministry's media personnel, reporters and public figures, as well as local institutions that are work partners with the ministry. In statements, Minister of Youth and Sports Ashraf Subhi asserted the importance that the ministry will hold to forum to keep abreast of changes of the new republic and draw a roadmap of sustainable future for coming generations. The forum offers an important opportunity for highlighting programs, projects and activities of different ministries to forward a message that the administrative body is a single entity. The forum is the first government bloc in the NAC at the level of ministries. It aims to boost channels of communication between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and other different ministries to serve Egypt's youth. Welcome back, dear viewers, and our second segment in today's edition of Cairo Local Time, and we will focus on Decent Life Initiative, as Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli affirmed that the projects of Decent Life Initiative top the government's priorities as it is following up the latest developments in all governorates. The Premier remarks came during his visit to Alexandria Governorate on Wednesday to inspect a number of projects of the presidential initiative, where Madbouli gave his directives to implement those projects according to the scheduled timetable upon the directives of the President to improve the citizens' living conditions. And to shed more light on the importance of this topic, we are joined over the phone by Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Great, sir. So, sir, as I've just mentioned, that Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli visited the different places yesterday in Alexandria, and these places were Abu Sir village in Burj Al Arab, and he was briefed on the progress of the projects there. So tell us more about a Decent Life Initiative in Alexandria and the places that the Prime Minister visited yesterday.
The issue is that we are developing a reasonable rate of development.
Yes.
We are on the right road, thank God. That Egypt is one of very rare countries to still continuing growth positively, while the growth is negative in America, in China, and in Europe. So we have something to be proud about. Same time, we need to make sure that this development will reach all our citizens, not only the rich people or the middle class.
Yes.
That's why we are going everywhere, every village, to help our people. We have many ways to do that.
Yes.
Either to encourage them to make their own profit and to make their own income,
Yes.
or to give them services like health, like education, like transport, all these services in appropriate price or sometimes without saying anything like health services. This is what our Prime Minister is doing. I hope he will do this also in many other places, in Sinai, in Upper Egypt, in places like Damietta, because Damietta, as Damietta, I'm proud of the experience there, that everybody in this city is working and has a chance to work. So the growth is reaching every citizen in Egypt. This is the message of what our Prime Minister is doing.
Yes. So, sir, also the Premier inspected different places like services complex, water pump projects in the village. He also gave statements asserting that the government is working to upgrade all ports nationwide upon directives of President Sisi. So how do you see the importance of upgrading the ports and of inspecting the services complex and the water pump projects in villages?
This is exactly one very important issue where we are depending on for our growth. If you study experiences in a country like Germany, when it was totally destroyed after the Second World War, one main thing Germany depended on to start what they call the German miracle, which was the roads. There is a lot of roads in America and Germany and Europe, which is wonderful, really. I personally had the chance to drive in Europe. And if you take your car from Madrid in the far west up to Bucharest in the far east, you will see that you can do this easily. I hope that you can do this in Egypt. Even more, we can do this with our neighbor Arab countries, and we are starting this very important business. Roads are very important, and ports are very important, because if we are going to produce our commodities, how we are going to send it quickly, because time now is very important. Here comes the one very important part of the Suez Canal zone, that we are inviting our investors coming from China or Japan to come and put their merchandise in the Suez Canal zone, either as stores or to produce in this area, so they come very near to their main market in Europe. This is the new ways of new series of international trade, and Egypt has one very good position geographically that we are in the middle of everywhere. We are exactly in the middle of the Arab world. We are in Africa. We are very close to Europe. That's why we can use the geography, the place, in order to sell this sort of services. Here, one thing. Another thing in our villages and our small cities, we want to make sure that everybody has the right to drink very good quality of water. If we are proud of our river Nile since decades and centuries, then we have to give this, we have to respect our river Nile. And I want to assure you that I am personally, I was engaged in many projects in order to make sure that the potable water is high quality, with the international standards. So, because it belongs to healthcare also. This is one big thing, and I think we are doing fine in this field.
Yes, sir. Also, one final question. If we talk about the importance also of developing human potential, essentially creates a path towards sustainable well-being of people. So part of the Decent Life Initiative is investing in humans themselves. How do you see the importance of this?
The most important wealth of Egypt is the Egyptians. We have 111 million Egyptians. 10 million of them are living abroad because they are of high quality. They prove themselves in the Americas, in Australia, and Europe, and in the Gulf States.
Yes.
And they are of the best quality of our education and our training. So I am really all the time, and I was engaged once with what we call Human Resources Development Program. We have many programs under this title because if we train our Egyptian worker, then he will have much more possibility to have better jobs, whether in Egypt or abroad. We are proud that our Egyptian community is living everywhere in the world. They transfer last year to Egypt more than $30 billion. This is one very important resource of income coming from the good education, the good training. And if we talk about industrial modernization program, one very important item is human resources. And of course, you are well aware that all our institutions and companies have a sort of human resources department, which takes care about education, about training, about making sure that our workers are working according to the most basic theories of production. And it is always developing. It's not something that we learn and we study, but we have to develop it all the time according to what the whole world is doing.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Thank you for watching.